Good morning, students. So, in last class, we have discussed about object-oriented languages and procedural languages, and along with the features also. And there we have discussed about what is the need of object-oriented language, and now we have discussed about the differences between procedural and object-oriented languages. So, coming to the differences, here in the above image, you can see the difference. First one is separate data from functions and operate on them. There is a first difference. So this first difference in the procedural language, data and operations, that is data, whatever the data is used to do some operations in the nothing but in functions are separate. That means data is separate and functions are separate. So whereas coming to the OOPS concept, that is object oriented programming, encapsulates the data and methods in a class. That means binding the data and functions or operations are binded together. And coming to second difference, that is it is not suitable for abstract data types. That means we cannot provide any hiding details or hides in this procedural language. Everything we can focus. Whereas coming to the OOPS concept, we can maintain the abstract data type. That means hiding is provides. And debugging is very difficult in procedural language. Why? Because debugging is very difficult in procedural language, because we can write everything in everything in one program. Whereas in object oriented program, we can divide that into number of objects. Suppose if any problem is there in some particular area or something, in that case we can identify that particular object very easily. Whereas in procedural language, we can find out that problem in throughout the program. So this is a difficult task in procedural one. This is avoided in object oriented programming. Now another difference is difficult to implement the changes. That means if in procedural language, whatever we can write, that is given in the program itself. That means suppose in minor changes are there in our program, we can change total program. Whereas coming to the object oriented program, so it is manageable, our implementations are very easy. That means we can change only one minor thing. So go to that particular object and change that one. So this is the one other advantage in OOPS. And this procedural language is not suitable for large programs and applications. So this is only useful for simple applications, whereas in object oriented programming is suitable for large programs. And analysis and design is not so easy in object oriented procedural programming, because analysis means everything we can give in only one program. That means data is separate and functions are separate. Analysis is the biggest task, whereas in object oriented program this is very easiest one. And but coming to the procedural language, execution is very fast, whereas in object oriented programming execution is slower, because data is separated in OOPS. Data is stored somewhere else and functions are somewhere else, whereas in procedural language data is also in that. And so these are the less flexible. That means where we are used, that means bounded within that particular problem only. That object oriented programming is highly flexible. And this is less reusable. That means less reusable means once we can write any program, so that is not used in another programs. Suppose coming to the object oriented features, we can write everything in the form of objects that can be used in anywhere. This reusability is more in object oriented concept, whereas in procedural concept reusability is very less. And coming to everything is mentioned in the form of procedures or functions in procedural language. So we can specify that concepts in objects form in the object oriented languages. And here in procedural language only the concepts are data and procedures are there, whereas in object oriented programming, so reusability is there. How that reusability is implemented? That reusability is implemented through the inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism and some other features. So this is not possible in procedural language. And so this is a top down approach. That means procedural language is a top-down approach. That means first we can define the problem general way, and after that we can divide into some specific mode. Whereas in object oriented, first of all we can take some piece of codes, and after that we can move to generalized one. That is a bottom up approach in object oriented programming, whereas in procedural languages, that is a top down approach. And here in these procedures are that means function calls are required. Here object communication is there. In object oriented programming, object communication is there, whereas in procedural, function calling or method calling is, or procedural calling is there. And what are the examples for the procedural language? C is a procedural oriented language, and that is basic is also one of the language, that is also procedural language, whereas Fortran is also one of the procedural language. And coming to Java is purely object oriented language, whereas CPP is a procedural language or structured oriented language as well as object oriented language. And coming to the other languages or like Microsoft related languages, that is VB.NET or C#.NET. So these two languages also comes under object oriented languages. So this is what the differences between the object oriented and procedural languages. So students, tomorrow we will discuss about actual what is the history of Java, and what are the essential things are used in Java, and at the same time we can discuss about the Java features in the next class. Thank you.